Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and Fiat freaks, to another video. Today's video is going to be completely showing off and unboxing my new body kit for Copperhead. So I did a lot of research on what I really wanted to do with this car, but I basically kit bashed my own body kit. I bought a bunch of different body parts from different companies, and I'm gonna put it all on my car because, one, some of the stuff on some companies had I didn't want, but some of the stuff they had I did want. So I basically just pulled what I wanted from different companies, not unheard of, but this is my own version of what I wanted my car to look like if it was done in this manner. So we'll get opening on these boxes and I'll show you guys what I have in store for Copperhead. All right, as you can see, I have two boxes here. One is a lot of fragile writing on it, one just has a couple stickers, but both are very, very important and pretty much key parts for this kit bash body kit. So this one doesn't say, oh, there it is. This one, Fly One Motorsports, that's where this is from. And this one is from Cadmuro, which I believe I said that right. Cadmuro is probably the right name, but they have a lot of good stuff. This is a European company, and this one is an American company that has a lot of good stuff as well. So we'll take a look at what's inside these two boxes. I'm super happy for these. I can't wait to open them. I haven't seen them yet, so let's get to unboxing. So first box from Fly One Motorsports, we have my duckbill that's going to be going on top of my spoiler. I like the factory Abarth turbo style spoiler. I like how it sits, so I only wanted something to extend on top of that, and Fly One has a really nice duckbill, and this looks incredible. Obviously it's just very raw because I will be wrapping it dark gray to match other parts of the car, but I love how this looks. The way it's gonna sit on the car, it just sits right on the spoiler, right like that. This is the back end of it, and it comes down onto the sides of the spoiler, and it's just gonna sit really nice. It's not a super aggressive look. It may be from the rear, but from all other angles, it's not going to be that crazy of a change. This is gonna look really, really nice. So let's open up the other one, and we'll see what we're pairing it with. And here we are. This is my Cadmuro Biposto kit for the Series 3 car. So these are just Biposto flares, and I'm super happy with this because this is really the main focal point of what this entire build is going to be. So we have the spoiler, we have a front lip eventually, I'm just waiting on that now too, and we have the flares. Now the flares is what is going to give this kit the name. This is my kit bashed 500 Biposto kit. So Biposto because I have the Biposto flares. Those of you who know, there is a version over in the UK, the 695 Biposto, and I believe the 595 Competition comes with these as well. And it's just a little tiny flare kit that goes onto the car. It's not a crazy bump in width, but it is a little bit of a bump in width. And this is really what I wanted. I didn't want to go super wide, which is what Fly One had to offer. I wanted to go with something that was a little small of a profile but still gave my car a bump and an overall appearance change, and basically my own body kit. So that's why all of my body parts are from different companies. The flares here are from Cadmuro. I actually got them through a company called MS Racing. They hooked me up, and these guys are super, super good. I love how these came out. They're just in a primer white, which is fine because they are going to be getting wrapped the gray, the dark gray, to match the turbo striping. All right, so I'm going to get some painter's tape and I'm going to mock up the passenger side, and I think I'll just put the spoiler on too because it's just going to sit there. It doesn't do anything. So I'll mock up the car and then we'll come back and we'll have a look. I can't wait to see how this looks, and it's just going to be amazing when it's all said and done. All right, so I have it mocked up. I just have the passenger side just because it's going to look the same on both sides, so might as well just do one. And we'll kind of just look at it. This will give us a base idea of what it's going to look like. Obviously, it's not going to stay white, and it's going to eventually transfer over to that dark gray. So we'll take a look at it, and we'll go from there. All right, so here is the Biposto flare kit mocked up onto the car. I love it. I can't wait for this to be fully on the car and wrapped the dark gray. The dark gray I picked out is basically almost exactly this color of my turbo striping, so it's gonna flow really nice. And when I do wrap it, similar to how the 695 Biposto actually it is, I'm going to wrap my side sills as well. So this, I'll pop this whole piece off and I'll wrap the whole thing gray. That way it's a gray flow and then a gray all the way over. So it's not just gonna be gray arch, stop, gray arch. Especially over here, that's gonna look kind of weird. So I figured if I wrap that whole thing gray, it'll just keep it a uniform flow and it's gonna look so good. I'm super happy with how this looks. So I'm really, really excited. I'm waiting for the wrap to come in and then we're basically there. One small issue is I do have to, as you can see, sand down this little back section because it didn't form exactly right. That's not the biggest of deals. And then the front, as you can see, it also isn't formed completely right. So it's kind of just bumped up a little bit. I think the driver and the passenger side are similar, where they got this big kind of gap here, which is more in line with the Series 4 front bumper than the Series 3. However, with just some minor sanding, I can sand that down and that won't be an issue. Same thing for the rear. But I'm super happy with how everything is. It arrived really, really well packaged. I mean, you can see there's tons and tons of wrapping that this stuff was in. So I'm super happy with how this looks. We'll put the spoiler up there and then I'll show you the majority of my kit bashed Biposto Body kit. And here it is, flares and the spoiler. I'm super happy with this, how it looks. Obviously these are in a primer. This is just raw. So it's just fiberglass and Bondo and that's how it is, which is fine because I'm also going to wrap that the dark gray just to match. This is going to completely change how the visual effects, just the silhouette of this car is going to look. I'm super happy with it. As I said, this is from, the spoiler is from Fly One Motorsports. They have a really great body kit. However, that body kit was a little too wide for what I wanted, but I'm super happy with their spoiler. It sits almost perfectly. So once I get that down and wrapped, that's gonna go on the car and it's gonna sit super, super nice. I love how it looks from the rear. It kind of looks a little odd, only because right now mocked up it sits a little crooked, which it's really hard to pick up on camera because of the shadows, but this side sits just a little bit lower. So I also like how much space there is on the back. I might do like turbo lettering on the back just because there is a similar spoiler, which is the adjustable Biposto spoiler that says Abarth on the back. Obviously I don't want to say Abarth, so I would have it say turbo, and I think that'd be a really cool touch. So once all of this is on, wrapped gray, and put on the car officially, I'm gonna be super happy with how this car looks. And also, we still gotta put on the wheels. So this car is gonna get a major, major visual overhaul. I can't wait to get this fully on the car, especially when that front splitter comes. Oh, it's gonna be a whole different car. That's pretty much gonna be the overhaul on my kit bashed Biposto kit. So this is my own take on what I would wanna do for a Series 3 500 Biposto, technically labeled 595, 695, whatever you want to call it. And this is just my take. This is what I think would look really good with the car and how I personally envisioned what I was going to do with this car when I first got it. So anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. It's really going to be on the short side. I'm thinking like maybe 5-7 minutes because I'm really just talking about the stuff that I got for the car. That's pretty much going to wrap up today's video. If you like, share with your friends, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you want, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.